Shall we begin? Let's begin now.
And what is up, everybody? I am Ball Python Love. Welcome, DG. If you guys are smacking the like button on the way in, I appreciate it. If you could also share the shit out, I'd appreciate it. I know I'm going to fuck this up, even though I just practiced. Tonight's special guest is Inquiline line. Yeah, dude, you're going to have to do it. I'm sorry, bro.
You
that
got
was
it.
a toughie for me.
I'm John. I'm from Inquiline, everybody. That's my brand name. Just a little bit about it. Inquiline is an animal that lives in the nest, den, or body of another animal without harming it. So I got a whole sort of message, behind that, but it's Inquiline. Thank you so much for inviting me on today. I really appreciate it.
You're very welcome. And hello, Blue Eyes. Thank you for joining the live stream tonight. I appreciate it. So, do you want to tell them a little bit about your channel? Or, I mean, you said you don't really do the YouTube, right?
So yeah, I'll explain everything. So just to reinstate, my brand is Inquiline. It's an animal, by definition, it's an animal that lives in a nest, den, or body of another animal without harming it. In the Latin, it's the term is inquilinus, and that means temporary resident. So in the nature world, a lot of animals will find shelter, food, or they'll stick to another animal for grooming reasons, things like that. But in nature, it's animals that are able to coexist together without harming each other. Generally, one might benefit more than the other, but I sort of stumbled upon this word maybe honestly about 20 years ago. Whenever my great grandma died, she had this old dictionary, and I was looking through it for band names, things like that. And it's like wrote a couple words down, but Inquiline was one of the ones that really stuck with me. And just over the years, I kind of formulated this sort of, like technically a brand behind it. And so my whole message with the Inquiline sort of movement type thing that I want to create is that in nature, animals can be very diverse. Like I said, with the Inquiline thing, it's two different species of animals that coexist. And that's just always been fascinating to me because, us even as humans, we're so divided by, race, culture, religion, politics, backgrounds, upbringing, cities, north, south, whatever, this, that. And it's just, we're so divided. But, my whole message is to try to find a way to bridge that gap. So that way we have just more peace in our world, more unity, more love. And I feel like animals and nature are something that we can all really bond with. We can all, share a connection with each other through plants, through animals, things like that. So that's what my brand is to spread love, to show generosity, to show people that they're part of this world, that they have something to offer, even though, for example, you and I might be as different from an elephant as a bird is. They're two separate animals, but in nature you'll find them together. There's examples of, you see those birds, sitting on the rhinos or the elephants or the giraffes, and they're taking ticks out of those guys, and they're kind of feeding off of them. And then you look at, like, in the ocean, you got the remoras on the sharks. Well, those sharks could just as easily eat those remoras if they want to, just turn around and snatch them up. But the remora helps the shark stay clean, helps them stay, hygienic. And, the shark understands that, which is incredible to me, because another meal might come around that might be the same size or whatever, and that shark's going to snatch it up. But, there's ways around that. Like I said, like we got to find a common ground. And I think when I discovered the reptile community, it just really, really changed my mind and it really changed my mind. If anything, it showed me that there is a place for that. The reptile community has been so loving, so giving, so just so interconnected, you know, across YouTube, Instagram, you know, have friends that are even doing it on TikTok and they got thousands of followers. And it's just like, man, like, you know, there's a strong support in what we're doing, and it's a big community, yet it's so small. Like it's something you can be a part of if you really put in work and really put in the time, and you really have that passion for these animals, and for the community surrounding them. Like I feel like anybody can make it big. I mean, anybody can be the next Justin Kobilka or Mutation Creation or whatever. It's just these guys have put in work. They make connections with the community, and they have found ways to give back and show love, and so that's kind of, you know, my goals too. You know what I mean? So, yep.
So what's up, X? And by the way, dude, sorry that your grandmother died, dude. That sucks, man.
Oh man, that was like 1998, 1999. That was so long ago.
Yeah,
But
I mean,
you know,
anybody, you know what I'm saying?
it's for a reason. You know what I mean? Like I said, like if I had never found that dictionary, then, you know, I probably would have never found found that word inquiline. I never would have thought about it over all these years. It honestly, my brand started as as uh as a way to, yeah, bring peace and connection. But my goal, and it still is my goal, is to use my brand as a way to bring awareness to the issues that we face in this world, like um, you know, polluting our oceans, destroying our forests, and before I found the reptile community, I just really wanted to be able to see those oceans cleaned. I want to see forests get planted. I want to be able to see, you know, the conservation of animals and endangered species. So I really started this brand out uh, as yeah, kind of a way to focus on doing those things. It's a big vision. You know, I can't save the world. You know, that's impossible for one person to do. But I know that I can route. You know, that we can come together and make a difference. And if everybody believed the same values or had like the same goals, there's ways that we can accomplish things like that. So originally I started out as like, man, how can I use this brand, you know, make some money, you know, a little side hustle or something, maybe turn into something big where I can maybe do things like that one day. And so I did start hiring an artist to do t-shirt designs for me, things like that. So my first one was a panda. My second one was a black rhino. I was going to do like a line of like 10, 10 shirt designs of endangered animals. But then this year, kind of put that to a halt, kind of put that to the side a little bit, just because, you know, started getting into the reptile industry this year. And when I found the reptiles, I'm like, man, this makes sense. I have something to focus on. Like when I discovered morphs, like that just blew my mind. I'm like, this is such an amazing thing. I love animals. Like they're living art. There's so many things that you can do with them. Plus the added bonus of these animals don't need a lot of space. They don't need to eat super often. You know, you feed them every week, but it's just sort of something that kind of fell into my lap when I went to the reptile store to look for ball python. I remember growing up when I was a kid, I'm like, I would see normal ones and I would see the albinos. I didn't know anything else. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, oh, I always wanted an albino ball python. But then I found a local shop where I live, and I was going in. I'm like, all right, I got $200 budget, you know, maybe 300, you know, with everything. And the guy that was actually working the store that day, he's the assistant breeder. I guess him and the owner, they breed together, and amazing breeders. But he started going off on, all right, well, if you get this snake, you can do this and this and this. You can have these combos, and you know, this is het this, and this is you know, co-dominant and dominant, and this and that. And I was like, I have no idea what you're talking about. I just have $200. Like, I want a cool snake, you know what I mean? So he showed me some snakes, you know, that he had in his back room, and I found this female spark ball python. So I ended up getting her, and from there it just snowballed. And even though I still have a small collection, just my fascination with these animals just blew up. I didn't know
So,
about pythons have morphs, you know, bearded dragons have morphs,
yeah.
but I just started watching videos every single day, and it's been like that ever since. You know what I mean?
That's really cool, man. Like, so really quick, not to get off subject, but I would like to welcome Cold-Blooded Monsters. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you joining tonight. That's a really good friend and brother of mine.
Nice. Yeah, thank you everybody
It's my bro.
for coming
It's
out.
my Brody right there.
Yes,
but
sir.
but I wouldn't really, you know what I'm saying? Don't count how many ball pythons. What's up, Madman? How many ball pythons? You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't let that play a factor because
For sure.
in time, you know you're going to get more.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing is yeah, lately I've been trying not to be so hasty at the beginning. I think I bought a new ball python every month, you know, or a new animal every month or something. And I had to slow down the past couple months just because it gets expensive. I mean, and also not only does it get expensive, but it's you're very much potentially oh well, you're investing in a project and that project could if you're doing it off of a whim, like oh that snake looks cool and you don't think about the genetics or any the traits that are involved in that animal, you could be losing your money. Yeah, maybe you want to keep it as a pet, but there's I realize you really have to strategically plan your clutches. You know what I mean? You have to plan for one generation, two generations, you know what I mean? Like, and that's been like a big hurdle for me as far as like being a new breeder or not even breeding yet, but just getting into what are my projects going to be? What do I want the outcome to be? And I think that's also a good thing because it gives me time to slow down, to really think, contemplate, ask questions to other breeders in the community. And yeah, Morph Market's a great tool. YouTube's a great tool. Even, doing lives like this with other people, just getting input and just being open about, your goals and things like that really helps. And luckily, the shop that I go to is called BC, is a pet store and more. You can find them on Morph Market, but they're a local shop here. And the two breeders I go to, Travis and Ron McClure, they're amazing breeders. I mean, they're doing clown projects, they're doing scaleless projects, they're doing I mean, just about anything you think of. I mean, they're way more advanced than me. I mean, they've been doing this for years, but I got really, really lucky. I feel like a lot of people who want to get into reptiles might not know who to go to or even where to start. And like I said, I got lucky. Like as soon as I went into the pet shop and let them know I wanted a snake, they were telling me about genetics, how I could get them into breeding projects, and so I'm there. I'm at the pet shop 3 times, sometimes more a week, just because I love going there, man. Even if it's picking up crickets from my bearded dragon, I'll go there, look at the animals, get some advice. I'm like, all right, they'll ask me, what snake are you buying next? They'll give me suggestions like, oh, you got to buy this snake. It's going to go great with your projects. Like they remember me, they know me. And I did buy the first scaleless ball python that they produced. They had a male and a female. I bought the male, and so they really, really care about their animals. They make sure that I'm a good owner for them before I even bought the scaleless off them. Like they posted on Morph Market, brought it to shows, things like that. I actually bought this guy and saw the scaleless. I don't have him with me right now. He's actually going through shed, but saw him in a display case, maybe 1 or 2 bins over, and I was like, oh my gosh, I've never seen a scaleless ball python before. He was too young to even sell at the time, but I ended up getting him a couple weeks later after he had his meals in there. And the owner told me he said that I looked at your Facebook, I looked at your well, basically Facebook was a tool they looked at, just to see if I would be a compatible person with this animal. Do I care about the animals? Do I look like I fit a lifestyle that is going to benefit this animal? Am I, throwing up FUs and this and that and drinking and doing drugs and this and I mean, like he wanted someone that looked like they're responsible. My Instagram was mostly just me out in nature, doing hikes and things like that. So I was very honored that he let me, take one of his animals home. And, so every time I go there, I'm the scaleless guy. Everyone's like, how's your scaleless doing? He's got 5 or 6 employees. And it's really, really cool. Just the fact that people care about their animals. They're not just like, here you go, here's a snake. They care about the time that you put in into the projects and into the animal, so yeah, I feel really blessed to be part of it. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah. Welcome BPL Junior. That's my son. And then welcome also T-Balls. Thank you. Yeah, dude. So I went down the route of learning my own. I wasn't
Yeah,
shown by anyone locally. It's just a
for sure.
passion I have. I haven't had a first clutch either, so don't feel bad. I'm still waiting for
Sure.
my first clutch.
Yeah.
And but at the end of the day, everyone that does breed ball pythons breed what you love to breed. You know what I'm saying?
For
Like
sure.
I'm not going to breed something because it holds this much of a value. Like I'm going to breed what I want to see. Like I want to have. Like
For sure.
um, there's single gens I have in my collection that I love, like my cinnamon mel. Like fucking
Yeah,
love that dude.
for sure.
Like um, but it, it's all the you know what I'm saying. Like it all depends on the route of each person on the way they want to do the whole breeding about it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting because I mean you can have 3 or 4 genes in an animal, and then when you're breeding them, I mean the odds of getting what you want might not be there. That's why you have to, or you might not get that, if you're mixing 4 and 4 genes, you're probably not going to strike all of them. You know what I mean? So it's like you have to be passionate about what you do. You can't just do it just to make money. And I feel like I've gone into the shop and talked to the, I guess you could call them my mentors. I talked to them like, oh, maybe I could do this. I saw it's selling for this much on Morph Market, and like they kind of stopped me and like basically say, without saying it, they say basically do what you love, man. Like don't do it just because the money's there.
Yep.
Like do something that you could see yourself doing for 5 years or something. A project you're not gonna get tired of, and they'll even give me suggestions. You know what I mean? Like instead of doing pied, maybe get into clown or this or that. You know what I mean? And so things like that have been really really helpful along the way. And even though I don't have either of those in my collection yet, it gives, like I said, it gives me time to think and slow down and look at
Yeah.
what other breeders are doing with those specific genes and be like, all right, if I do this and I produce this, like, then how does that fit me in the future? You know what I mean? And yeah, I would definitely suggest doing what you love. I mean, there's people who love very specific basic genes. I know a girl who literally all she buys are banana uh, trait ball pythons. So there's people that really love bananas. There's people that really love pies, but maybe they don't. You know what I mean? So I think it all comes down to really doing what you like. You know what I mean? So as far as some of the things I want to do, like this
Do
guy,
you
he's the
know?
banana Mojave Fire. So I've got 2 bells that I could do. I can do a blue-eyed leucistic or a black-eyed leucistic, and I feel like that's something I want to
Okay,
check
but what
off
is
my
like
list. But
here's something for you because you're going a little in depth to it. So if you could produce any ball python that you really wanted or anything ball python wise,
yeah,
what would it be? Or does it already exist? For me, the reason why I asked that is because yes, I'm going to breed my snakes to breed them, but I'm also my goal is to have a trait named after BPL. I want to call it like the love gene or some shit. I don't know
sure,
yet.
yeah,
That's my goal in this. Like
yeah.
I would like to hit a world's first.
Oh yeah, yeah. I had that conversation with one of my coworkers today, who's thinking about buying his first ball python. Well, he says he's going to. I've convinced him to. I just can't stop talking about it at work. But he wants to buy his first ball python. I was telling him like, in this industry, there's a very high chance. I mean, not I can't say it's a high chance, but there's a chance that if you put in the work, you could potentially create something no one's ever done, a world's first, and then you get to name it. You know what I mean? And to me, that's super exciting. Like I can't, I have an idea of what I would name something, but I can't tell you because it's the passwords to all my
Oh,
accounts. You know what I mean? But
you might
I
want
came
to
up with
change that
a
before you
random
make it.
made up name for just a random made up password when I was like 7. Been using it ever since. You know what I mean? And then I think about it. I'm like, man, that'd be a dope morph name. You know what I mean? And so hopefully one day I can reveal it. But to do something like that would be incredible. It puts that stamp on that ball python, that morph. When people look on Morph Market and they see, oh, there's only been 3 of these ever produced or 1 ever produced. I mean, that's amazing because then your name's gonna be right under those baby snakes. You know what I mean? And So that's definitely a goal. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then considering you and I don't even have our first clutches yet, doing things like this early are really going to put us ahead. You know what I mean? People are going to know our names. They're going to want to buy from us. By the time we start making, those high end or whatever it is that you want to make or we do make, like people are going to want to buy just because you're getting your name out there. You're interviewing me, you're interviewing other people who have much more experience in this industry, and then if they look up a certain person, they're going to find you, or they're going to find me, and um, yeah, I think just building your brand, building your reputation in the industry is huge.
Yeah.
So I'd rather do it now than later, and struggling trying to sell them. You know what I mean?
I mean, so two things really quick. What's up, my animal house? I appreciate you showing up tonight, brother. And then I kind of forgot what I was gonna say. This is what happens when you smoke the funny green stuff.
It's all right. I actually work in the medical industry as a grower.
Oh hell yeah, man! That's fucking that's badass, man. Oh yeah. Yeah, no, I mean, there's so many. But as for your first clutch, do you know what you're gonna pair? Because I mean, I got a pastel 100% het clown female going to a visual clown male.
Okay.
So
It's
that's
it's
gonna.
tough. So this guy, he's almost ready. I mean, he's just a couple grams shy of like 500. You know what I mean? So he's gonna be the first to breed. He's a banana Mojave Fire. The other male I have is my pastel scaleless, possible yellow belly. And so it's really tough because those will be my two big breeders as far as males. My females aren't up to size. I also ended up.
So to be honest with you, I only have one female up to size. No, you said you have a small collection. I do too. I only have 14, man.
Okay, yeah.
But I went to the point where like I no longer want to make this just a YouTube thing, or even just ball. Like I have so much love and passion for what I do, dude. I mean, my wife's most likely watching. She'll tell you I quit my fucking job like 7, 8 months ago, dude. I haven't worked since.
For sure.
And
For
and to
sure.
be honest with you, like I mean, yeah, things have changed in the last couple of months. I got rid of the older car, got a newer Lexus. It's all good. Like shit happens, not working, but still making shit neat. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yep.
I do this because I love it.
For sure. Yep.
Even if like don't sell anything on Morph Market, I'm not worried about it because Morph Market is good, but it's not
Yep.
everything.
No.
Like
No.
you could easily nail locals easier,
Yep. Yep.
getting local people to buy from you. Because when it comes to Morph Market, I feel like the smaller guys just starting, it seems like they have a harder chance selling on Morph Market. It's
Oh,
just like
I see that for sure. 100%. Yep.
so I building a local reputation and trying to get like a regional spot and all that, and then in little steps, man. You know what I'm saying?
For sure. Yeah. I mean, what I've noticed is a lot of people, especially starting out, they sell all their things. Well, even big breeders, I hear they like to sell their stuff locally or to their Patreon members, things like that. And Morph Market's like their last resort. Like if they can't sell them or whatever, they'll throw them on there. But I think a lot of people will do the best making those connections and their small communities, and yeah, man, like I feel like, yeah, if you have people that will already want to buy from you even before you have a clutch, like that's the best possible outcome because by the time you produce them, they're already out the door. You know what I mean? And yeah, so I can't wait for that. I guess as far as my first breeding season goes, yeah, I'm really excited to pair him. I would love to do a bunch of Mojave type, morphs, but I'm really also thinking about my other male who's a scaleless. So I'm thinking about maybe picking up a scaleless head from a female breeder ready scaleless head from my shop, just to get this guy thrown, so she can throw out some scaleless head genes, and then once my other male is up to size, hopefully start bringing those females once they're ready. But I feel like one of my specialties would probably be with the scaleless. I feel like not a lot of people have them. And although I wouldn't necessarily recommend everybody get a scaleless ball python, I just feel like there's so many world's firsts that you can do. I mean, there's not a lot out there. If you look up, like,
so here's a good question. Like I kind of got somebody, and I'll say this YouTube channel,
yeah,
Area 51 Morse. That is Area 51 Morse. That's Matt. He got me with a question on his channel. I was, just hanging out, and he was like, "How do you think you would have to maintain the whole?" Because I use sea serpents racks, So how would you maintain that with, because most people say don't put pure whole scaleless ball python, on husk and all that. You could cut it
yeah,
up, it could get cut. So,
yeah,
dude, I kind of went like, because I would take it. This is what I told him, that I'm not 100% on scaleless. Don't quote me on this, but I honestly probably wouldn't leave that thing soaking wet, but I'd probably leave it wet half the time, and I would use paper towels only.
yeah. So what I do with my setup is I use the like reptile astroturf type stuff. I don't have anything but a hide, this water dish. Actually, I got like 2 hides, water dish, and just that astroturf stuff. Because yeah, he can't climb on things. He can't. At the beginning, he was fine eating food, live food. But there was one incident. It was just a rat pup, eyes not even open. And I noticed he got scratched up, and I'm like, what the hell, like. It really, really bothered me. I'm like, just the food's going to get bigger and bigger. And so I switched him over to frozen thawed or fresh kill. And I mean, he'll eat anytime. I mean, he'll eat, 2-3 times a week if I wanted to, what I mean? Which is great. But feeding live, putting, things for him to climb on is probably not the best idea. Yeah,
No.
you don't want Cocoa Chip in there. He's just going to get scratched up.
That's another question I got for you. I don't know if you checked out my channel. Not only do I do
bit.
the live streams, but I do everything else is a live feeding video.
Oh,
so,
yeah. Yeah, I see that. Yeah. Yeah, I started doing that, and then I don't know. I mean, I
talk a lot of shit, dude. I mean, I breed my rats, so
yeah.
it's not that I hate the rats. It's just they get a good fucking life until it's time for feeding day, and then some don't get so lucky.
For sure. Yeah.
And
yeah.
It is what it is. But I mean, to me, I hear this a lot. Once you see your ball python eat once, it's like you saw it every other time, or every time the rest. That's
I mean, I used to just stand there, just like watching, and I used to get my camera out every time, record it, and yeah, I know I've seen it a bunch. I'll watch that first like minute or something. You know what I mean? But yeah, I mean, I don't know. I also don't know how people really feel about it. I see a lot of people get flagged online because they put on feeding videos. You know what I mean? That kind of sucks. I guess not everybody likes to see it. But I
want to be honest. As much shit as I talk in my feeding videos, and I mean, I like got that shit. Fucking rats bite my snake. I got to do the love lock. I got a signature move. I've never had anyone leave negative comments on my shit.
Nice.
No, I got people coming in right now, and they want to thumbs down me, and it is what it is. I don't fucking care. But I only got 3 right now, and it is what it is. I don't fucking care. Sure. But you know what I'm saying? Like, is it gonna stop me from doing feeding videos? Is it gonna stop me from doing live streams? Hell no.
It's part of it, man. It's part of it. No, that's just what the snake needs. If you want to give it a good life, like, I mean, if you are gonna feed live, like, that's just part of their instincts, man. Like, feeding fresh frozen or fresh thawed is not really natural. You know what I mean? I would much rather feed live every time. You know what I mean? But I do have that one snake that I just get worried about. But I tend to feed live most of the time. I enjoy it much better. They do too. They definitely like the game of it. So,
really quick, my son asked me a question. His snake, because he wants to know the genes, is a pinstripe spider orange stream Enchi. That's his.
Okay, nice. That's really cool. Yeah, man. I have one So I have one female spark, and then my smaller female, she's a killer spinner. So that's super pastel pinstripe spider, and she's gorgeous, man. She is gorgeous. I really, yeah, she's gorgeous. Actually, I might, yeah, I might be able to show her to you. She ate a little bit earlier, but oh man, she's like gold and she's so beautiful.
Oh yeah.
So I can see that orange stream and the inchi in there, like, and that looking real nice.
So the reason why Blue Eyes, that starry native, is because that's one of my older sister, and she watches my live stream, and
Oh yeah,
her boyfriend has a ball python as well, and he gets his rats from me.
nice, nice, nice.
So
Oh yeah, I started getting my rats from one of my friends, sort of. I mean, it's kind of weird. So I used to have rabbits, gave those guys away, found out the people I gave it to, kind of have like a little animal farm in their house. You know, they got a bunch of reptiles, a bunch of birds, in the backyard, like chickens, ducks. And I have like a macaw. And anyways, I found out he was breeding rats for his boa, so I started buying rats from him instead of my pet shop. But yeah, it's really nice to have someone who can breed them. I started trying to breed them, but I live in an apartment and it's hard to maintain. You know what I mean? I have like 3 rats right now, but if I get more than that, it's just man, it can get out of hand. But I really want to get into it because it's going to save me money down the road. I mean, it's just part of the industry, you know what I mean?
Well, to be honest with you, I would also look at it like this. Not only is it going to save you money, but the more important part than saving the money is at least you know what you're feeding your rats.
For sure. Yeah, for sure.
I think that's really important.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. 100%, man. Yeah.
You never know who's feeding what rat what, and I've read some horror stories.
Oh yeah,
I'm cool.
For sure, man. So, well, what are your goals in this thing? What are your like long-term goals in the industry?
Never stop, never quit.
Never stop. So this is the end of the road. This is like basically your full-time gig. This is what you want to do. Hell yeah, man.
Breed snacks and go live every night, and
for sure.
I mean, I'm not gonna stop doing my thing because all the haters are showing up, giving thumbs down and belling out real quick. Because it's all good. I'm not gonna blast I'm not gonna blast any names on my channel. It is what it is. Yeah. Because at the end of the day, I'm still gonna do what makes me happy. But I'm not gonna give you you call it whatever you want. I'm not gonna say your name on here and be like, go fuck that person. No. In fact, to put them on blast, half those pussies have my fucking phone number. So go ahead and give me a call. We'll talk.
Yeah.
But it's all good.
I mean, like I said, like my whole thing, haters gonna hate, but my whole thing is, man, dude, just love back. Like, I mean, really, like, yeah, there's gonna be haters everywhere, man. But it's the way you handle them. The way, just be you, man. Do what you love. Like, if you do what you love, like, the haters probably just gonna hate because they're not doing what they love. You know what I mean? They're probably stuck in a miserable state of life and they haven't quite figured it out yet. But you know what? Like, for me, when I found this industry, everything clicked. Like, everything that I've loved, everything I've always wanted to do, it just made sense. And yeah, so keep doing what you're doing. Like, even if people hate because they got more experience or more clutches or this or that, or they're making, X amount of money, like, that shouldn't matter because hell, they're probably miserable. Maybe they got into this and they fucking hate it. But, like, for someone like us who knows what we want to do, like, there's nothing going to stop me or get me out of it. You know what I mean? Like, I understand an investment takes a while to make a return, and these, I love animals, man. I think they're better than people half the time. You know what I mean? So
like, there's 2 people in the chat but I will only say one of the names. And Cold-Blooded Monstars is a real, like I said, that's my Brody. He knows, like he'll tell you, like I started my live streams like last year in the beginning of the year, or, you know what I'm saying, and started full time in the beginning of the year. Went to work, still went live, got, you know, drank on the live like I do every day. And I'm not, all I want to do is meet people in the community or reptile world, and just hang out, you know, just fuck all the negativity. Man.
I mean, I appreciate you inviting me on the show because, you know, this is, like I said, this is the second time I've gone live. First time on YouTube. I did a live on Instagram once I reached 1,000 followers. And this is what if anything, this is what I was nervous to do. You know what I mean? This is what I want to do. I want to be able to do lives, you know, a couple edited videos a week or something like that. But yeah, the fact that you asked me and you invite me to do this, like, I'm sure there's other people that you're asking too that maybe aren't doing lives all the time or dropping a ton of videos, but you know what? They're still passionate about what they do. And I feel like, you asking me is really putting me into a position where I wanted to be anyways, you know what I mean? And I can follow after you. You know, I follow Adam from Proper Royals. He does a live every Tuesday, and people who are consistent about what they do are going to be the most successful. I mean, if you're not consistent with it, you're not going to be successful. So the fact that you're doing this just proves to me you do care about what you do, and you do care about the community and getting new guests on and things like that. So I think it's perfect.
Did I just walk the dogs on camera?
Did what?
I don't know. Someone meaning, did I smoke some of the devil's lettuce on camera, walk the dogs? Maybe. My bad. I forgot. Not on camera. Could drink and smoke cigarettes on camera, but not the devil's lettuce. Forgot.
Man, it's so funny. Where are you in California? Where are you at? Where are you from?
I'm in Reno, Nevada.
Nevada. Gotcha. Oh, you're not even, but you're in Mountain Time, or you're not Mountain Time, Pacific.
Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, so I'm in Colorado, Mountain Time, but yeah, I don't know where I was going with that.
Let me see if he's willing to come out, Damien. I'll show him off.
Oh, no, I know where I was going with that. Is this legal out here? Oh, I guess it might be legal there. I don't know.
Oh, someone just came out of the shed, too. There you go.
Oh, nice. Hell yeah. Oh, nice. That's a beautiful snake.
And you'll eventually see the spider. He'll start to.
Yeah. Yeah, Yeah, see my I'm gonna go grab her real quick too, actually. I have one more I want to show you. She's pretty awesome. Hold on, I'll be right back.
Okay. I can't stop laughing. Did you see his face? My bad. I screwed up. I screwed up right there. I didn't know I was walking the dogs. I just see, this is what happens when you the devil's lettuce. Fuck, good times. 9 in the house. If you guys haven't already, please smack that like button. I truly appreciate it, and share this shit out. What you got right there? I want to put you on.
So yeah, this is my killer spinner. She's going all crazy, but see, where's the camera? There we go. But she's got like a lot of gold, just gold all along. Really cool, like hieroglyph type markings. But you could tell when I first got her, I didn't really notice too much of the spider as far as like their neurological type deals potentially. She's really good. I want to say she has too much, so that's probably my hand shaking if anything. But she just tends to like, she'll stargaze sometimes. There you go. She'll stargaze sometimes. She's really, really weird when she eats. Like she'll I noticed she knows when I'm gonna feed her, or like if I use tongs for like a mouse, if even if the mouse, or excuse me, if the rat's not on the tongs, she'll go for the tongs or whatever. She I can't explain it. When she sees food, she's like really really trying to get it. She's different. She's different for sure, but I think it's the spider in her.
I love I don't know, just feeding my snakes once again.
Oh yeah,
My
no, I do too,
spiders,
man.
very very good eaters.
Yeah, I'm gonna feed mine tonight. I just didn't, just because I wanted, in case I had to handle them for the show or anything. But uh, yeah, I fed her a little mouse earlier. I had a friend who gave me a shit ton of mice, and I don't, my snakes aren't picky. You know, I mean, they'll eat anything. So I just don't want to get them stuck on the mice. But I have a ton of mice right now.
Uh, she right, female.
Yes, yes, yeah. Oh yeah, there you are, baby. But she's cool. Man, let's see. So are you into just ball pythons, or do you have like other projects that you want to get into? Like
Yeah,
other like beard dragons, geckos, any other types
well,
of snakes?
if
Just
I'm
ball
gonna get
python?
a if I'm gonna get a lizard, I'm gonna get a monitor.
Yeah.
Nothing that's gonna drop. Yeah, nothing that's gonna drop its tail.
Oh yeah,
Um,
for sure.
so
Yeah, that would
um,
be weird. That would be really weird.
I would like a berm or a retic. Um,
Yeah.
I like a fucking gator. You know, I mean, I'm just so many people have them, and I'm like, damn, dude, if I want a fucking baby gator, I want to
Oh
hang out
man,
with them.
dude. So
That'd
there's
be dope.
a
Cold
one of the
blooded got's a
guys
gator.
who does?
Cold blooded monsters.
Oh, nice, man.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. There's a guy that I follow. He actually works at the reptile shop that I go to as well. He has three dwarf caimans, and oh my god, they're so beautiful. They're so nice. If you ever guys want to follow him, he's Space Lizard Exotics on uh, YouTube, TikTok, and Instagram. But he has amazing animals, man. He's got three dwarf caimans, I think a green tree boa, and I get the green tree stuff, boa, python mixed up, but he has amazing animals, and I would love to have a caiman or yeah, some sort of gator. Oh man, that'd be amazing. That'd be amazing.
I don't know about the caimans. I'm
No,
just no. Um,
so
I'm
you want
actually
like a
looking at
full size gator?
American. Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Caimans are just plain assholes. Like, no offense to the people that have caimans, but
Oh
they're
yeah.
mean, dude.
Yeah. No,
Fuck.
I can see that. Yeah. They like to snap.
Like, they're okay. So cold blooded, dude. Like, he actually has a video on his channel of him laying on the couch with his gator right on his chest, dude. I'm like, smoking
Yeah.
a big fatty too. Yeah, I'm like, damn, dude. I was like, damn,
Jeez.
cool out, dude.
Yeah, I had no idea that they were like that. I figure. I mean, if anything, I guess in my head, I figure they all have sort of similar temperaments, and that maybe just get a smaller one won't eat you up as much. But you know, they might be feistier, a little bit harder to work with. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
that's good to know for sure.
yeah.
Huh. So do you have
Oh
like
yeah, dude.
a dream morph or anything like that with ball python? Like something
Besides,
like yeah,
besides
kind
world's
of what
first,
you asked me. Like if you could produce anything or world's first
oh,
or anything like
world's
that. Or
first. I can't give them
so
away. I gave two
oh
away.
yeah, you have one in mind though. You have
I
one in
got.
mind.
Okay, so I'll give. All right, I'll give away the same one I gave away when I had Brian Cusco on,
Yep.
and he was like, "Yeah, no, that hasn't been made.
Hmm.
Pretty sure." I was like, "Sweet."
Yeah.
It would be a visual. It would be pied, spider, cinnamon, inchy, and there was one more gene that I say, God damn it, I have it written down, but I haven't looked at the list in like a good minute. Pied, inchy, pinstripe, pied inchy. Yeah, okay, so pied inchy, pinstripe, spider, orange dream. It's never been produced. A lot of the, or did I say? Wait, no.
So
I don't
spider
think
and
that's honestly. I don't think that's been made either. But it was actually because this actually it was a pied cinnamon pinstripe spider, and the reason why is because this fucking cinnamon likes to dominate on the pieds. So it might be something you have to breed out just to prove it is, because the
I
cinnamon
see.
can be so dominant on the pied itself.
Really?
So
Huh.
I mean, yeah, because I mean that's what we talked about, and man, I got fucking fucked up right there for a second. I just my whole mind just went. I was like, God
Yeah.
damn it.
Yeah. See, that's, I mean, I guess as far as like the world's first, like I know that I could do it somewhere within the scaleless category. Just because if you go to Morph Market and you put in scaleless, you're only gonna find, I mean, you'll every day there's more and more scaleless, but I mean like there's not a lot of multi-gene scaleless out there. You know, you find a ton of pastel scaleless. The shop that I go to, they made like a silver streak scaleless. I've seen, you know, there's like one scaleless pied ever made, and that blows me away because you can incorporate anything into the scaleless pied. You know what I mean? I don't know. I just feel like there's so many possibilities. But then like maybe, you know, I would love to go the direction of like maybe a scaleless Batman or something. You know, I don't know if that's been made yet, but it'd be amazing to see. It'd be, you know,
I mean, I don't even know if there's, is there even like a, let's just say, scaleless calico? Has that been produced?
Yeah,
like,
I doubt it. I doubt it. You know what I mean? Like there might be potentially, but really I've only seen some of the more basic genes incorporated into them. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'd have to go check it out again, but there's really not a lot. I mean, there's only, yeah, there's not a lot, and so that's kind of what I'm hoping to do is get some scaleless in there, educate people on scaleless, and what's really kind of cool about the scaleless that I have is I don't want to, how do I put it? He's potentially microscaleless, because his sisters from the clutch, they have kind of rougher, more pebbly scales. The heat pits are they vary depending on the snake. And the owner didn't sell it to me as a microscaleless, you know, a super microscaleless, simply because he didn't buy the parents as that. He bought the parents as scaleless heads, but then the offspring look microscaleless, which is really interesting. So I'm really, really hoping that he proves to be microscaleless. If he was a microscaleless, I would love to have that in almost everything. You know what I mean? I just think it'd be really cool just to have that as like a little perk on top of my projects. You know what I mean? Yeah, it'd be really dope. You know what I mean? And so actually, the owners want me to, they were trying to get me to pick up the champagne yellow belly that they were selling, champagne yellow belly, scaleless head, to breed with my pastel scaleless to make some ivories, scaleless ivories. And that would be crazy. But there is one scaleless ivory that has been made.
If you could take recesses out of it, what else would you do with it?
Oh man, I don't know. Let's see.
Let's just say you get the scaleless, right? But yet you don't have a clown, you don't have a pied, you know, but you got co-dom and doms.
Yeah.
What would you breed it to?
Dude. Oh my god, dude. That's hard. All the good ones are like recessives. You know what I mean? Like I made a whole list of recessives, and I have like spider and pinstripe as dominant, but I don't like spider's always, you know, going to be tricky to work with because you don't want, you know,
mix
people.
Around.
Yeah, man. And
there's not. I like the spider gene.
Yeah.
If I produce it, cool. Like you just got to know what to, you know.
For sure. I mean, I think the spider is beautiful. You know what I mean? They just have that little neurological issue sometimes. Um, yeah, she doesn't have it too bad, but geez, I don't even know, man. I don't. What would you? What would be like something that you like going for?
If I could take just no recessives, mm, I
Well,
like I, I
yeah,
like codoms a lot. I
yeah,
like bells, dude. I love the bell. The bell's beautiful. You get a white snake also with yellow belly, yellow belly. We got ivory.
yeah,
I
yeah.
also like for cinnamon. They get fucking beautiful. Um,
Oh yeah,
but everything is always better. Let's just be honest with recessive. But if we have to knock recessive out of it, I mean, there's so many
yeah.
good, just looking normal.
Well,
Even a normal looks amazing. Like fuck, I love them.
mm, so one gene I really have been digging lately. I think it goes well with a lot of morphs is black pastel. That would, I mean, does that work
Black
the same
pastel
as
too?
pastel? I mean, it'd be,
No.
I mean, not the same as pastel, but um, yeah, that would be like just another co-dominant. Yeah, I don't know. I just really love what black pastel does to a lot of animals. Like it, I don't know, man. I don't know. I really want black pastel.
You like
And
the just a plain pastel? You said
black pastel?
black pastel.
Yeah, I love that. I've been seeing those a lot more, and man, like I just
Do you
love the
like just the
contrast of it.
pastel itself?
Huh?
Do you like pastel itself, or
Not particular. I mean, not
it's in too
particularly.
much
I mean,
red?
it's
Yeah,
been incorporated in almost everything. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
I think it's just in everything. You know what I mean? So
I
I
feel
don't
you.
know. I like what the pastel does, but you see, like I said, you see it everywhere. I mean, everything's got pastel in it. You know what I mean? So it can do some cool things. Like I like the head stamps that the pastel gives. Like it kind of fades out the top of the head, and I really like that. Can make for some cool head stamps and stuff, and yeah, it kind of lighten or brighten up, morphs. But uh, I like I said, I want to do something no one's ever done. I want something that's complicated, something that's going to be really hard to work towards. You know what I mean? Um,
World's
and
first, and then you add another gene in from there, and then keep. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Like
yeah, yeah. One of my favorite morphs too is leopard. I feel like leopard goes well with so many different things. And oh my gosh, I mean, there's like
leopard school.
I mean, if you want to get into the Batmans, there's the pastel, excuse me, the clown, leopard, spot nose that gets you the Batman, and then I've seen like leopard freeways that look amazing, leopard GHI, like oh man, I feel like leopard can go with anything.
Yeah, I agree.
Um,
I really do.
and I mean, one of my goals, and even if it isn't to make a leopard or to use the leopard more specifically, is I would love to have a snake that looks genuinely like leopard print. And I have a friend, she's got, I think it's a coral glow cinnamon, maybe one or two other genes in there that has these like C's with like it looks like leopard prints, you know what I mean, just all over the body. And I'm like, wow, that's amazing. But I don't know. I don't know. It's hard. Like there's so many morphs out there. There's so many different things you could do. Um, yeah, that's what the hardest thing to figure out. You know what I mean? And then when I go to shows, like I might find a gene I like, but I want it to be with multiple genes. You know what I mean? To have that powerhouse male or female or whatever. And I think that can be some of the hardest things because I'll go to a show like last show I went. I didn't pick up a ball python. I ended up getting a boa because like I just couldn't find what I wanted to add to my collection. You know what I mean?
The normal ball python is there are there any pure ball pythons out there without morphs or genes? There's
Yeah,
always a
normal.
normal like
Yeah.
it's still a gene, it's still a morph.
Yeah. Well,
But
see, what's good about normals is you can prove out genetics. I think that's great.
yeah,
I thought about getting a normal. Actually, the the scaleless head that I'm gonna buy, that I want to buy, is a normal. Even though I don't necessarily want the normal, but she's
I love
cheap. She's
normal.
breeder ready, and I think proving out genes is really important. You know what I mean? Even though I haven't gotten to do it yet, I just think it's really important to be able to, yeah, to be able to prove genetics out. You know what I mean? Or if you want single genes or whatever, like, I could breed something to her and she'll kind of separate the genes from me, hopefully, or something. You know what I mean?
Yep, that's badass, dude. Oh yeah. Like you see, I like the normal. There's nothing wrong with it. Like it,
No, that's what
once again,
started it all.
yeah. I mean that started the whole everything. Like
Yeah.
yeah, but like
I mean, yeah,
without
when I was
it's a great way, like you said, if you are not sure.
for sure.
And once again, we talked about this a little bit earlier. You cannot say if you breed a normal to a 4 gene male, even if he's all codoms or doms, whatever, you're going to produce that all 4 banger once again.
Yeah,
It might take 2-3 years or clutches, what years
for sure. Yeah.
to actually prove it out. Like it's
Yeah,
not off. Well, it had one clutch, it didn't prove out. Like try again next year. Try
exactly.
again.
Yeah. Yep. I have a feeling that's where a lot of people get hung up. I mean, I haven't been doing it for long, but I've heard of people doing it for 5, 10 years, and all of a sudden they just
only because they're super
don't
rare.
want to do it anymore. And it, I have a feeling a lot of people might give up, because they're maybe investing thousands of dollars into snakes, and when they have clutches, they're not getting the results they want, and then maybe they want to switch up another direction. I just have a feeling some people just get really frustrated with their projects, and yeah, I could see that happening to a lot of people.
Yeah.
Or you get hets and then they don't prove out, or that's why I'm a little bit nervous to buy hets, but I think that's important. Having hets is really important.
I have 2 pied, 1 male, 1 female, both same clutch, normal pieds, 100% het orange ghost. I got my, who else is het in my collection? I can't think of them right now, but
Yeah.
my het clown. I
Yeah.
got the visual clown as well.
Nice.
But as for recessive wise, yeah, that's all the hets. Recessive wise, I got 2 pieds, 1 male, 1 female, 1 visual clown, and a caramel albino.
Nice. Oh yeah. Yeah, I would really love to get some desert ghosts into my collection. That'd be dope.
Yeah, but it's so hard to find.
Yeah. Man, I mean, gosh, there's just so many good ones. I mean, if I could have one, I don't know, man. I know it's like $15,000 or something, but dude, I love the monsoon, but it's so expensive, man. It's just so. But I seen a kid, he's like 12 years old, bought one from Billy at Mutation Creation. I'm like, what the hell, dude? Like, yeah, your dad definitely bought you that, but but it's an amazing animal. Like, I would love to just get a het monsoon, or like 2 het monsoons, and oh man, that'd be
Is that your favorite recessive?
oh man, I would be something. It'd be nice to work with. I mean, once people start building on top of those, like, what's a monsoon leopard look like, or what's a monsoon pied look like, or yeah, oh my god, like, or an exanthic monster, like literally any gene with that would probably be astonishing. You know what I mean, I can't even imagine. So I'm excited for the people working with those projects. But yeah, hopefully those prices will come down in the next couple of years that we can work with them. But at the same time, that's kind of what's exciting about some of these animals is you can get into a project early and yeah, like start being one of the first producers of certain lines or projects. And yeah, so Hopefully, we'll get
No,
into some stuff like that.
no, I will reverse the question because I asked you if that was your favorite. You would pretty much say monsoon's your favorite recessive. If
Oh,
that's
it'd be amazing to have.
my personally, and this is my personal opinion, sunset, dude. I love it. I fucking
Oh
love
man,
sunset.
that's a good one, dude. That's a good one. Oh yeah. Oh man. Yeah, trying to remember. I think there's a couple people doing sunsets right now that I follow, and oh man, yeah, beautiful animals, beautiful.
Oh hell yeah, I love them. Or the ultramel. Ultramel's great. Um,
Yep.
fuck, I
Yeah, I'm trying to think.
could you
Yeah.
imagine like an
Oh, I still.
ultramel sunset? Could you imagine like an ultramel sunset pied?
Oh, dude, that'd be crazy, bro. That would be crazy, man. Yeah,
You think that would be hard to prove out though? Because
so Ultramel Sunset Pied.
you
Is
think
that what
that'd
you
be a
said?
little hard to, yeah, that'd be a little hard to.
Well,
Sounds like it
see,
a little bit.
I can like see. No sunset. I'd have to see what Ultramel Sunset looks like 100%. Like I can see the genes like by themselves, but that'd be a really crazy combo. That would be that'd be crazy. Yeah, and
There
that's
were
what
another world
oh
first.
man, that's what's cool about these animals is you can like yeah, go in thinking you know what you're gonna get, but you might get something just totally out of this world. You know what I mean? And that's what's exciting. It's kind of like yeah, like hitting the lottery or something like that. Or if you hit all your genes, like oh man, that's jackpot right there. You know?
Yeah,
Oh man. Yeah.
that
Yeah. It's gonna be
I
an
don't know
exciting
that
future.
that would be hard to prove out though. I feel like
Yeah,
the coloration's kind of similar. Like
for sure. Yeah.
it'd
Yeah.
be a little hard, but if you could prove it out, whew.
Oh man. Yeah. Oh yeah. That
Guaranteed, guaranteed though. If that came out to all three visuals that you bred it to a normal, you got triple heads for sale, and
oh my
some badass.
god,
Like
dude. That would be nice, man. Damn,
that would.
I'm gonna have to look that up. See if anyone's
How do you keep
but
up
yeah.
with the different kinds of snakes? Seriously, I just constantly googling morphs, going on Morph Market, Morph Wizard. Both calculators on Morph Market and Morph Wizard, and
Oh
I'll
yeah.
just
Yeah.
I'll
Oh
just
man.
mess keep going on
Yeah.
that. And
If I'm on Morph Market, man, it's hard to get off. It's hard to get off. Like I'll just go through. I'll start maybe browse latest, or I'll go through the morph list and start with the acid, and then I'll like go through every single one. Or, like, oh my god, like just hours. It's like, yeah, hours.
because you see, like you start scrolling, like I'll choose like random stuff, start scrolling and see one, and then you'll be like, wow, that one's beautiful, and then like 2 seconds, wow, that one's beautiful, wow, like
Oh, I bookmark everything. I bookmark so many. Oh man, there's this one. I don't even think I can find it anymore. I'm using my phone to try to find it, but I what was it? I can't even tell you what it was. It was some sort of Batman combo. I didn't want to. I can't even say it right now. So if I try to find it, I'm gonna waste too much live show time. But there's just so many crazy combinations that you never think would exist, and there may be like maybe just like 3 or 4 gene combos, maybe like a 3 or 4, yeah, and just the specific genes that people use, or you're like, wow, like it really changes the contrast or really changes the patterns, and that's what's amazing. I mean, is living art. You know what I mean? Uh,
yeah.
or you get like allelic combos or something that like you just mix those and you get a completely like different animal. It's crazy. Like, yeah, yeah. Like earlier, I was
See,
going through all the Mojave combinations that I could do. Just I'm like, oh, you're probably if I have to, basically get in my breeding projects. There's so many different like I could do like Mojave Desert Ghost, it looks like just really has that contrast between the light and the dark. Or then I do like a Mojave Ultramel. It looks like really really yellow. And then there's like the Mojave Mystic, which is the Mystic Potion. I mean, oh my gosh. And then the Mojave Special, which is like the crystal. I mean, there's just so many combinations for just even stacking one gene on top of something. And
The only thing
I love what you can do.
the only thing I have Mojave in my collection is my Super Mojave, as you know what that
Okay.
is. It's the
Yeah.
bell.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yep. Yeah. See, I'm thinking about just maybe getting another Mojave in my collection just to make those, to say I did it. You know what I mean? Get those. I hear they sell really great. You know what I mean? But it'd be really cool just to produce one for the first time. You know?
Mojaves do look really pretty. I like the coloration to the patterning, like I mean, especially when you add other things in. So, but I got different plans for the bell. It's a female, and
Yeah. All right.
thinking about pairing her up to my sun snake because then everything's guaranteed to be Mojave minimum.
Mm-hmm. Sure.
So if I can, if the other four genes, they're just hopefully I hit them.
Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. See. Yeah. It's so interesting. It's mind blowing. Like it's just hard to focus on what projects I want to do. You know what I mean? Like I have my main breeder, the guy that's gonna be ready soonest. But once I start building my collection to 10, 15, 20 snakes, I really got to be focused at that point. You know what I mean? There's so many combos, so many.
For me, I'm going for triple hets with two
Okay.
of them. My first year, like I said, I only got the one female. She's probably going to be my only two clutches for this year if I get one in next year. As for everyone else, I plant the triple het though comes from my pied visual female, 100% orange ghost to the caramel albino. Well, the babies would all come out normal, 100% for pied and caramel albino with a 66% chance of orange dream.
Gotcha.
Or orange ghost, not orange dream. Sorry,
yeah.
Orange ghost.
For sure.
Let me correct that. But I mean, I would love to hit a visual myself out of that.
Oh my.
Like,
yeah.
Keep those heads back and breed one back to the mother eventually, Mel, and hopefully.
Man. Yeah, it gets my mind turning like. And I'm still learning, you know, how certain interact, you know, how certain genes interact, and there's hundreds of genes out there if you really, you know, look at it. But it's really exciting to think that, you have so much like power in your hands. You have so much potential in just one snake, you know.
But at the same time, you're only limited to you being there, to be honest, because you have no control over what you produce. Because if that was the case and there was a perfect temperature for everything, we would all hit what the hell we wanted. Like, but when it comes down to it, it really does. It's luck. Either you're going to get lucky and hit it, or you're not going to get lucky. But hey, it was worth a shot.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I mean, I've seen videos of people trying to prove out hets for 3-4 years, and then they finally get it. You know.
Yeah.
So that's got to be frustrating, and
I could see that being really like, whoa.
Yeah.
But hets, dude, I mean, a lot of people doubt the power of the hets, dude. Like, hets are really great to have. Like, I would never say hets are bad, because they're not. Like, you can still produce a visual from a het. You might not hit. Even if, like, let's just say you start with two snakes. You have a normal and a pied.
Sure.
You make hets.
Yep, exactly. Yep. Yeah, that's what's really cool about visuals is you're gonna pass one of those. You're gonna make hets for all of them. You know what I mean? And so that's what's exciting about, for example, my scaleless. Once I make, once he reproduces, all of the babies that female is gonna make are gonna be scaleless heads. You know what I mean? If I breed them back to another scaleless head, then I'm gonna make a bunch of scaleless. Like, it's just how it is. Or if you have a clown, you're gonna make het clowns, and that's cool, man. It's really cool. So yeah, man.
But nothing, nothing wrong with the power of the hets.
No way.
Like I said, sorry, I'm laughing. Anyway,
You're good.
if I could get, like you said, a het monsoon, are you kidding me? Like,
Dude.
even if that's all I got, right, and I have nothing else monsoon, at least I got that much of a chance to at least get a visual. It might take some years, but
Yeah,
I'll get there.
for sure. And oh man, I mean, that just gets me going. Like, yeah, just even having a het on a really high end project like that, like you have so much potential. Yeah, it might take some time, but guaranteed, not everyone like. Okay, so from what I see, you get a monsoon, visual monsoon, like
But you
15
would,
grand online. You get a het for a fraction of that, and then you breed
but
that het with anything, then you get. Oh man,
but you
it,
would want 100% het. You wouldn't want to do 66, and then it
no,
dropped down, and then it would drop down to 50%. And
yeah,
then odds get harder to hit. You would want 100% het.
for sure.
Just if that's the route you really want to go down. But if you just want
Yeah, that'd
something
be
to be like, oh,
a big risk.
that's
Yeah, but I mean, people who get in on those projects, like, man, I hope they stick with it because I mean, that's so much potential right there. You know what I mean? Like, just yeah, it's crazy to think that like, man, like that a pied or a clown or a banana or this or that, like back when it was first discovered, like went for thousands, tens of thousands. There's snakes, like the first microscales had, I think it was like 100 or $120,000 for some, it's crazy. It's crazy. But those guys, when they produce a clutch of the, if you've got a world's first and then you produce a clutch, that's proven, man, dude, if you're the first person to do that, like you are ahead of the game. You know what I mean? Like it just blows me away.
well, see, that's just it though. Like when it comes to world's first, I think a lot of people overthink it. There's a lot of world's
Sure.
first that don't have anything to do with recessives.
Sure.
What's up? By the way, what's up, Isaiah? I think I said it, but he was talking, and I want to say it like loud and over him, and that's not how I want to treat my guests. So, welcome, Isaiah. And yeah, dude, like I like the hets.
Yep.
I will never be like, no, it's only het 50%. I'll still take that small chance. Now, I breed that to normal and think I get hets? No.
Mm. Yeah.
It's 50. If it's 50%, it's losing the het.
For sure.
Last time I checked, there's no 25% het.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
I feel it.
but if you have a visual and you get a 50%, yeah, there's a chance of you hitting something. But if
Sure.
you're trying to produce that thing, yeah, 100%, you have to get 100% if you don't have a visual.
Sure.
You don't
Yeah.
you don't want to keep breeding that gene out of it. Like you want to try to breed it back into it.
For sure. Yeah. 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 It's I don't know, man. It's it's really exciting. I'm excited for the future, dude. It's just, I mean, I think about it every day, but my next snake, man, I don't know what's gonna be. Probably, I don't even know. I don't know. I just can't wait till I can get every gene that I want in my collection, and I'll be happy. It's
Oh
like
yeah.
there's so much. I can't wait. So I mean, I don't know if a lot of people know this about kind of my organization as far as like the snakes go, but I've named my snakes. Like I'll start A, B, C, D, E. I just go down the line. I'm hoping to get to like 26 snakes, and then to, was it 52, whatever. You know what I mean? Like it basically. So I have Adam, Bowser, Cleopatra, Diamonds. I have a boa. He's got E, so he's Eros. But I'm like, I want. Snake people are crazy, man. Like they have. When I tell people like how many snakes I have, I'm like, oh yeah, I got 5 snakes. They freak out. They're like, what the hell? Like that's a lot. Like you don't want people coming over your house. They'll be scared snakes. But you actually get into it, then there's people who got 50 snakes, 100 snakes, 150 snakes, and you ask them, they're like, oh, I have a small collection,
Hey,
it's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting to think that like once you buy one snake, it's probably not going to be the last.
no, unless
Yeah.
you have a really bad experience, and I'm really sorry.
Yeah,
Um,
exactly. Yeah.
but for
Yeah.
most, like it, I didn't name any of my snakes.
Sure.
No,
Sure. That's
no,
totally fine too.
no, no,
Yeah.
no. My my wife, she named all the snakes.
Yeah. That's funny.
As for me, the breeding plans are my thing.
Yeah. That's
That's
funny. I was talking to somebody else who said that too. They're like, I don't name my snakes. And I said the same thing. Oh, that's fine. That's funny, And they're like, no, my girlfriend does. It's like,
was
maybe
that
she's better at doing that stuff. I get it.
was that Leviathan?
No, I think it was I don't think it was him. I know Steven. No, I think it was somebody else I was talking. I don't know. I feel like maybe that's just a lot of people do that. They like have their girlfriends or wives do it or something. But no, I just remember having that joke with someone. It's like, oh yeah, just let her name it then. She's probably good at it. But no, I totally get it. I totally get it.
Oh yeah. Fuck, really? Like I look over and I love it, dude. I'm not gonna get into it. Anyway. But yeah, dude, I lost train of thought because of something. But of so far of the experience on the BPL show, because I invited you, and I'm super stoked. I'm not saying the show's over, but I am super stoked that I got the opportunity to meet you, hang out, get your
Oh, yeah,
name out there a little bit more. Hopefully, it helps.
for sure.
And so far about the experience of the show, how do you like it?
I love it, man. I think this is it's really nice to not have like anything super scripted. I took a couple notes just in case, you know what I mean. But we pretty much went over, breeding plans, things like that. Desired traits, and I mean, I like it, man. This is it's really exciting. I watched the show you did last night, just kind of get a feel for it, and it's pretty much going probably the same way. It's just, oh man, that what is that? What are those genes right there?
This is just a pastel, but she is double het for 100%
Hmm.
ghost and 66% chance clown.
Wow, she's got some really, really neat patterns. Like the I don't know, I guess what they call them, like alien heads or keyholes or whatever. They're a lot more scattered, it looks like a lot more busy. I really like that. I don't know, it's really, really neat patterns on her.
Blue Eyes says you're an awesome guest.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Hopefully,
I tried. This is my first time, so I appreciate you guys watching and sticking along with this.
yeah. Hopefully, you'll come back and watch some other
I
interviews
will.
that I do, and get you back up here again.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Like I said, I appreciate you letting me come on and kind of talk about my brand. I'm just rambling at this point, but but it's really cool. I'll definitely be trying to get my YouTube up a lot more. For anybody
Okay,
who
so
is following me, you can find me on inquiline.x on Instagram. I didn't have inquiline because some douche took that. I don't know, some random dude probably in like Italy or something. I don't know. But I'm trying. Once I get my YouTube going, hopefully I can get to 100 subscribers, get that handle and everything. But this is it, man. This is me all in. This is what I want to do with my future. This is really kind of my goal is within 3 to 5 years get out of the business, the work that I'm doing, and do this full time, man. Like I would love to.
do you know who that is right there? I
Is
put
that
on the
Chris?
screen.
No, the Hardwick Homestead, Chris Hardwick.
I'm gonna say that's one of his multiple accounts.
Hell yeah. No, Chris is awesome. Chris lives in Colorado Springs, pretty much 30, 40 minutes away from me. I have not met him in person, but he was actually the first person I ever started watching YouTube videos. I knew Chris Hardwick before I even knew Justin Kobilka, and so I think that guy really helped me figure a lot of things out. You know what I mean? I would watch his like his morph videos, and he'd go through every single morph. He'd go through banana or GHI or this or clown, do recessive morphs, dominance, and man, for anybody who's new in this industry or trying to figure out how to get started, man, just go watch some of his videos because he'll go through the morph market. He'll show you single genes. He'll show you multiple genes. And
He does
really
a whole.
kind of just show you the whole spectrum of what the industry is about. He'll even get into how do you take care of your rats, how do you get into rat breeding, how do you, when do you transition, what sizes of rats. I mean, he literally anything you want to ask, Google it, YouTube it, you're gonna find his name on that video. And then I found it a little bit more difficult with people like Justin Kobilka just because they're so advanced and so far into what they do. It's the 24th channel.
Damn, Hardwick grinding over there. I can't wait though. Not to interrupt you, but December 19th, that's my birthday. I believe
Nice.
it's gonna have Chris Hardwick is gonna be my special guest that night.
No, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't wait, dude. It's gonna be
That's
fucking dope,
man. I really can't wait to meet him. Oh man, yeah. It's weird, but he just definitely was the one that kind of set me on the right path. Like I said, bought my first snake, made connections with the pet shop owners, but after that I just started YouTubing stuff and I literally just watch his videos all day. And yeah, so I have to thank him for being where I'm at. Definitely follow after him.
This my third. Oh yeah. Well, there you go, Hardwick. Every channel you put in here, I make it blue.
Hell yeah.
I mean, he's showing up to my live streams. He's been on camera with me a few times. Like, he's a cool dude, man. And well, same thing though. Like, I'm not gonna do this special. Like, he pretty much knows he's caught my live streams. I'm not gonna be like, so what got you into ball pythons? That's the wrong person to ask. First off, I shouldn't be asking that question. He should be asking me that question.
Yeah.
But when it's your birthday, can I? Yes.
Hell yeah, that's dope, man. It's that's what's really great about this industry is like it's big but it's small, and that's kind of what I was trying to point out a little bit earlier is it's possible to build a reputable brand, a reputable business, to get your name out there, and to meet these pioneers in the industry that have been doing it for 5, 10, 20 years. I mean, I see Instagrammers and YouTubers all the time, like people who are just starting their channels up. They're visiting these facilities. They're getting backstage, behind the scenes access to these facilities with, like Billy or, Justin Kobilka or, these guys who are really doing it. They got kids just going in there, doing some of their YouTube. And it's really great that you can find the opportunity to meet these people, whether it's at their facilities or at reptile shows. They're just so warm, welcoming, and I think that's great. You know what I mean? It's gonna be really, really cool to meet everyone.
Blue Eyes, are you asking Junior? I'm just curious. You know what I'm saying? Like, I have no idea. So, bam, subscribed. New channel, subscribed. Even though it's number 24, I just subscribed. But I'm 33. I'll be 34 this year.
Yeah. I'm almost 32 in March.
Yeah, no, I'm 33. I turned 34 this year.
Oh man, dude, this year's been going by quick. Going by so quick. It's crazy. Yeah. Ever since COVID, to be honest, since that whole thing happened, that year, 2020 went quick. This year's been going quicker. It's weird.
Junior's 8. I don't know that question. I'd die. Time is running out.
I guess I
gotta
can't
make
read the
more
comments,
videos
but
quick. Ah, that's funny shit right there. I'm 55. Time is running out. I gotta make videos quick. Hardwick. Yeah. Dude, I mean, he's the master of making videos. Like, I give him that. Like, the content, like, he puts up, and you were talking about his morph videos. He goes
oh yeah.
so much more into depth and, like, just the
Mhm.
morph. He's like, but we're going to throw this in the mix. I'm like, God damn, that looks fucking
Yeah.
beautiful.
Oh yeah. I mean, what I really like about his videos is, I mean, I guess if you're new to the industry and new to the hobby, and it's so hard to pick out genetics if you don't know what to look for. Like you might look at a snake, not know what the hell it is, but he's like, oh, there's this little ringer, or there's this fading on the side, or this blushing, or this or that, or if you look at this head stamp, I mean, it's just things like that really help me figure out what I'm looking at. When I first started getting into morphs, I I I couldn't tell I couldn't tell the difference between half of them. You know what I mean? Like pi'd be like the easiest one to figure out. Normals are easy, but man, when you start throwing in like all these different genes, like it's hard to figure out. Like that's what's really great about those videos is when you go through hundreds, you're looking at hundreds, thousands of snakes, you eventually develop an eye for, all right, this is this and that, or this is this mixed with that. And yeah, so people like Chris, yeah, really, really make it easy for us. Really, yeah, really educate us well.
Yeah, no, I mean, and I want to tell you something. Um, since I've started doing my live streams, to be honest with you, some of these bigger guys, I never thought I would ever get to hang out with on the channel. You know what
Sure.
I'm saying? So, for anyone that's watching as well, please take these words to heart or however you want to take them. But like Chris Hardwick, he's a no, he's watching now. Like, I have much love and respect, but he's still a human being. So don't be afraid to be like, will you go live with me? Don't
Yep.
hesitate. Because what's the worst anyone's going to tell you? No, I can't do it. Or,
Yep.
yeah, let's go, win. Like,
For sure.
have fun with what you do. Do
Mm-hmm.
you. Make
Yep.
you happy. Because if you make everyone else happy and you're never truly happy, you're killing
For sure.
yourself.
Yep. Yep. And it's amazing because, like, I don't have any clutches under my belt, but I have people that have been following me through Instagram that they're starting to ask me, hey, let's do a collab, let's do a live together, let's do this or that, and or even I'll see people online that they have amazing profiles, amazing content, amazing animals, but they don't really like, I don't know, they don't work on their social media as much, and I'm like,
I don't,
what I'm trying to say is, like, I've come a long way in the short amount of time that I've been doing this. And it's really amazing that, like, the hard work is paying off. I mean, that I'm getting the attention of bigger breeders. I mean, like, I remember when Billy Rose started following me on my Instagram. I was like, no freaking way. Like, Billy's following my Instagram, but I realized, like, these people, they still care about the little guy. That's how they're making their money. That's how uh, they're getting their content out there. Like, they're getting, the hobby doesn't exist without the little guys. You know what I mean? And
we
so
all
I
play
think it's really cool that people like Billy or Chris can give shout outs or follow the people that follow them to show that, yes, you're following me, but I support you as well. And uh, I know if you go, Chris does lives, I think it's like every Sunday or something like that. And for hours, you can just ask him questions. He'll go through, answer your question. He's not, he really cares about the people involved in this. You know what I mean?
Whoa. I'm not knocking Hardwick here. I'm not knocking Hardwick. I do watch his live streams. He knows I do. But every time I ask a question in
Oh
there,
no.
you can see him look at the screen, smile,
Anyway,
and then
no.
I'm, yep, nope, next question. I'm like, damn it, man. Every time.
That's funny. Hey, I
But
mean,
no,
it happens. It
no,
happens,
no.
but
It's
he.
always like, I'd be like, "You ready for the live?" You know, it'd be something like that. It wouldn't be like a legitimate like, "Hey,
Yeah,
if
trying
you
to get
get
his attention. You know what I mean? Yeah, yeah. No, but it's
it,
cool, man, because you can talk to these people. Like it's really cool that they care about this community. You know what I mean?
I still feel like a little guy with a lot of videos. Man, no little guy right there at all.
No, no, man, no.
Fire.
I'm surprised at how close he lives. I need to find Chris, next reptile show you're at. Let me know, man, because I'll be there. I promise. I
I'm pretty
promise. I
sure.
live in Colorado. I live
Do
in
you
Pueblo.
do you have stickers or anything yet?
No, I don't. Oh, that's one thing I did want to mention on this tonight is I do apologize. I don't have a professional logo. I get so OCD about it. Like I've looked through tons of artists on Fiverr, and I'm like, man, dude, I gotta spend like $80, $100. I know it's not a lot, but I've been trying to find the right artist. You know what I mean? And then the sticker thing. Oh man, dude, I really want to get in that. That's such a great way to reach out to people. Give them a sticker. Hey, this is me. It's my channel. This is what I do. I think that's what's really, really cool about this industry is people send out stickers. They'll send out personal handwritten letters and notes. And I think that's amazing, man. Like people have already sent me stickers, and I'm not even giving them any. You know what I mean? And I think that's really cool. People like collect them. They like collecting them, put them on their incubators, put them on their walls. To me, that's so cool. Like the fact that, I said it's just that support that people give each other. You know what I mean? And the
Yeah.
small time breeder. There anybody. I just love. I don't know. I just love that whole element. In this industry. It's really cool.
Yeah, no, it really is, man. Like, fuck, we all come with a different past. We all come with a different future, and
For
at
sure.
the end of it, we're all in it for the same goal.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
he says he lives in Bailey,
Yeah.
Colorado. Bailey, you heard of that?
Yeah. Yes. Gotta be pretty close here. And it's probably, let's see,
It's
Bailey,
great. You do
Colorado.
interviews, ball python love, so others can get to know them and get them out there to be noticed and just dig into their brains to learn how
Oh no,
they do things with no
oh, you know
judgment.
what? He's a ways away. He's a ways away. But
Now, Hardwick, don't take this the wrong way. I appreciate that, Blue
2 hours
Eyes,
away.
but he's the king of videos, right? When it comes to knowledge of ball pythons,
Oh yeah.
and I love my Animal House and Iron Dog reptiles. Like for everyone else, like I feel like I am those two are like kings of doing live streams. Like they put up the best goddamn show, in my personal
Oh yeah.
opinion, like hands down. Like they do a better show than I do. Even like yeah, they motivated me to go better.
Oh
But
yes.
because of starting at the beginning of this year and going live almost every night and not really ever missing but a few beats here and there, took a couple weeks off at times, but I feel like I have gone fucking live so much. Like this has become so natural. So like I feel, you know what I'm saying? Like not to over put myself above anything, but like I just feel like I finally made it where I want to be. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a great feeling. Like he puts out a bunch of live videos and all that. Like I love putting out a bunch of live streams. Like
Sure.
and like Blue Eye says, like I do. I have guests all the time. Like I like meeting the new people like that never met me and willing to hang out. Like and hopefully everyone that's been watching and all that and still watches and tomorrow's or a year from now or a year ago or whatever it may be in the past, present, future, they enjoy the show. You know what I'm saying? Because I enjoy doing it. I actually like being up here hanging out and reading everyone's comments, and it's a fun fucking time, man. Like I have a blast doing this shit.
Oh yeah.
And
yeah. I mean, that's essentially my goal. I don't know how easy it'd be for me to do it every night. I mean, dude, I work long days, dude. I mean, even right now, I'm hella tired, but you know, I think it, like I said, it's about consistency. There's time in my day to do it. I get off at like 5 p.m. or something. You know, I wake up at 5 a.m. But you know, like you know, this is something I really want to do, and I think it's important to do things like this. You know what I mean? Um, and so I hope to maybe Sundays is pretty much my day off, so I'm hoping to do lives on Sundays. You know what I mean? Past 2 weeks I haven't, but I just need to be consistent with it. You know what I mean? Yeah. I mean, you got a lot of cool guests coming up, and you know that you've done in the past too, man. And yeah, man, I just got to follow that sort of same path. You know, anytime you want me on, just hit me up. You know what I mean? But um, yeah, I'm at the very beginning stages of an incredible future. You know what I mean? Yeah, it's really cool to be in a position where you're like, I don't know, I'm like more content, more happy now in my life than I've ever been because I found that one thing that I want to do. You know what I mean? You know, I've wanted to do like music and film and this and that, and but it just never panned out. You know what I mean? I feel like I've settled on something, and a lot of people have a hard time in life figuring out what they want to do. So it's amazing when you find that, you know.
No, like everyone that's like the show's not over, but like I'm trying to think of the best way to put this. Some shit recently happened. I still feel like shit from it, and I put somebody on blast, and I was doing it because of all the negativity my channel keeps getting. I'm not going to get into details and all that, but I am at 14 thumbs down right now. And at the end of the day, once again, at the end of the day, none of these thumbs downs are going to stop me from doing me. Like
No way.
Like I'm not spreading negativity, but people want to hate, and you know what? People could hate what you want to do, but that just shows me that I'm doing something correct that they fear because they know the outcome. Like I will be not trying to say I'll be better than them, but I'll continue doing this shit every single night, even if I get 10 people, 2 people. Shit, we were down to one person earlier. You think I like it didn't stop me? No. Like
what's going to be great though, as I think about it for myself too, but the same instance is you're going to look back 1 year, 5 years, 10 years from now, you're like, man, all those times that I did those live shows, I did it every night. I got hate, I got backlash, this or that. People doubted me. But then you look at where you're at, and let's say a couple of years, it's not. You're going to be way further along. You know what I mean? And like me, I'm looking at my logo underneath the screen. I'm like, it's just something I drew on a tablet, like, but I'm going to look back at it and I'm going to be man, I remember the days when I was using that.
so here's this. You see this right here? You see that? I made that. All I did was put a heart, a snake in the middle of it, and put my name on the bottom and add color. I was like, ball python love, perfect, done. I honestly, like, I was like, because I thought about my name and I was like, fuck, how do I make the logo? It's ball python love, and I was like, fuck it, heart, snake, and call my name on the bottom.
Perfect. Sure. Yeah.
Don't overthink it, just do it.
Yeah. So it's gonna be interesting once I do hire logo artists. Like, I'll have that, but I mean, you constantly have to be evolving. You know what I mean? Constantly have to be growing. You've seen Jessica Bilka go from Jessica Bilka Reptiles to Canova. I mean, seen Facebook go from Facebook to Meta. Like, it's just it's just part of that process. You know what I mean? It's just a stage along in my life where I'm like, like right now, I don't really care too much about necessarily having a fancy logo. I'm not selling snakes right now. You know what I mean? Like, I got a following on Instagram, but like, that's not my, I don't know. It's not my top priority. You know what I mean? Maybe it could be or should be. But, right now I'm just having fun. You know what I mean? Like, I don't care if I'm posting pictures that don't have the best lighting. You know what I mean? Like, I'm just trying to get some stuff out there. You know what I mean? But, as I go along, I try to find ways to
Well,
improve, ways to get better. And
there's nothing, see, and this is why I invite random guests. I've had people with like 20 subscribers. I've had people with Gator Pool Gators. I've had, and I hate to say this, anyway, I've had some people with a lot of subscribers, right?
sure.
Some with very little. But at the end of the day, like, I mean, there's a thrive in everyone that keeps them going. Like, I honestly, I would like to see you, honestly, start up your own live streams.
For sure.
I mean, dude, you have the natural talk ability. Like, you know when to talk. You keep going. Like, that's a good thing. Like, that gets.
Yep.
I mean, just keep doing you, man. Like, don't hesitate to stop when your YouTube gets all the thumbs down, but cowards will leave a message so we can see who they are. Oh, those cowards they won't say anything cold-blooded.
No.
They never do, but you and I know who they are. And it's all good, dude. They could hate as much as they want at the end of the day. And you know me, I know you. You're my Brody, and you know me. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to quit.
Yeah. And what's good, I think, about what you're doing too.
I am going to say this, though. I am going to say this. Because I did take like a month and a half off. All I did to this person was take time off. And now you think because I was gone for a little bit, this was your spot? No. We could take this, once again, multiple directions. You're my backup. I'm Tom Brady, and you're my bitch on the bench. Go warm up my fucking bench. I'll let you play when I'm done. I took a break. Sure. You want to say I'm not going to say the name, but you want to say I'm stepping on your toes, right? Because you got all hissy fitted last night. Yeah, dude, we could take this multiple ways. All I did was take a minute off my break. You sat on this chair. I came back. Get off my fucking throne. That's my shit. Bounce. Straight up. Sure. The person hates me because I'm going live every night again.
But
what's up, Brad?
I don't see a reason for that. Hey, I mean, like I said, you're putting in the work, man. Oh yeah. What I like too, man. I mean, especially the fact that you invited me is like, I think it's important to get a perspective from the beginner to the experience. You know, I mean, all sorts of walks of life, all sorts of experience levels, and it's really. I think that's really good. You know what I mean? It's good to get guests on that are all sorts of stages, in their hobby.
I mean, who you lames are. Hell yeah. I'm gonna leave that up there for a minute. I'm doing good, Brad. But so I mean, honestly, dude, I've had guests that had no snakes at all, that only had geckos. Tomorrow is the first time I'll have a guest that has no reptiles at all.
Oh, okay. Huh.
And like, I try to reach out to people that have geckos, to people that just keep monitors, to people that just keep, whatever,
Yeah.
As long as it's reptile related,
sure.
Then I mean, I'm not going to be like, let's talk fishes. Cause, I'm lost.
Sure. Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I like this, man. I think you should definitely keep it up, man. Don't worry about what people say. I know you don't, but man, do you, man. Do what makes you feel comfortable. Do what puts you in the right direction. And I mean, that goes for anybody. Do what you love, man. Do what makes you happy. I mean, the things that make you happy are gonna make someone else pissed off. Like, it's just how life is. There's always gonna be that opposite. You know what I mean? Like. Yep. I guess that's the part of my whole message is like, there's going to be opposites in this world. There's going to be people that are the furthest thing from you, but at the end of the day, you have to find a common ground I mean, we all share the same planet. We all share the same resources, the same Earth, and I mean, it's our responsibility to figure out how to, how to really come together to make the world a better place. Because, I mean, hell, if I can make the world a better place, then it's a better place for all of us. If you can make the world a better place, it's a better place for all of us, but that it takes more than just one person, you know what I mean? So it takes an effort on all of our parts to yeah, we just got to find common ground, you know what I mean? And that's why I love the reptile thing, man.
This is how I feel. At the end of the day, we're all in it for the same fucking reason. To
Yep.
keep reptiles, to love them, respect them, to give knowledge about them. There shouldn't be fighting, if arguing. There shouldn't be bitterness. There shouldn't be anger. There shouldn't be badness about anything that is anything with the reptiles. As long as you're both doing the same damn thing, you should have the most utmost respect about each other.
For sure.
But let's just be honest. We don't live in that perfect world now, do we?
No, we don't.
Shit happens.
For sure. Yeah, it does.
I don't have any animals, but I want tarantulas. My friend laid a few on me, and I freaked out the first time, but I loved it, and they are so cute and furry. Isaiah, I am solo butterfly, but you're very close. Yes, so I didn't want to give away that name, but yes, that is Solo. And like, I'm not going to get into it about last night, but
it's all good.
My apologies again. Because I want to. Last night I had so much like anger built up after the show because I have cool guests like you. I had a cool guest last night. I have a cool guest tomorrow. I have a cool guest next week, month ago, whatever. Every night I have a cool ass guest, right? At least somebody that's And I lost my lid, dude. I
Sure. I mean, it happens, man. It's part of human nature. I mean, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? This is your platform, not theirs. So.
Well, I haven't heard from somebody in a really long time, and every day I read that message, and I would go back to that same message and read it. It bothered me knowing that I lost someone that was there for me under 100 subscribers.
Yeah.
And I didn't hear a good minute from. And with Kurt starting his shit, sorry, I'm not going to say that name. With somebody starting their shit, it led to another thing, and I want to put a lot of anger into it, but I was like, you know what? I'm not going to do the negativity route. I did do a little bit last night, but at the end of the day, it is what the fuck it is. I'm a grown ass man. He's a grown ass man. Get the fuck over it. Like, that's how I feel. Like, we're in it for the same fucking reasons. At the end of the day, reptiles are our goal. Like,
yeah.
You want to act like, whatever. Anyway, let's get back to the interview, man. So,
you're good.
But, yeah, no, like, is there anything else that you want that you don't have besides ball pythons? Because you asked me, is there like, and if you could get a little like into detail, like, is there a certain, let's just say you say monitor, which monitor?
Oh man, see,
if you okay, and also go ahead and answer that one. And I got one about your boa.
Oh man, that's it's a really good question because I'm not as knowledgeable about other sorts of animals, like monitors or even like retics or like even with boas. Like I have a call albino boa, but when it comes to I'm slowly learning, like red tails, motleys, jungles. I guess I'm know a little bit more about those guys, but a lot I don't know. Like there's tegus, different types of tegus. There's different types of skinks, and Man, I don't know.
I
I
mean,
would say one of
okay.
my next
So
biggest investments will probably be some sort of probably a tegu. That'd be pretty cool.
would you want any
I
birds?
just have no idea.
Do
Uh,
you like do you like birds? Do you like, do you want to get into turtles? Do you want to go to amphibian route, get some frogs?
mm,
Like, I mean, like I said,
well, yeah, I don't know. It's really so. I would love to get like a dwarf caiman. I mean, just because I know a guy who has them, and he likes to he really educates people on them, and so I think having him as a resource would really help me be successful with it. At the same time, I don't think I'm gonna go around breeding them. You know what I mean? Um, I bought a boa recently. He's still juvenile, but I bought that because I wanted bigger snakes. Um, I almost bought a reticulated python. I think it was a tiger reticulated python. Um, and I don't know. So I thought about getting one of those guys. Really, really big snake. I have a feeling the addiction's just gonna go there, to get bigger snakes. But man, dude, if I could have a dream animal, oh man, dude, that's hard, man. I want them all. I really want a giant collection one day. Kind of like sort of what Brian Barczyk does with his reptarium. He's got all sorts of animals, man.
well, I mean,
I think that would be crazy to have, but
I'd like a fucking tiger or lion walking down the street, like a Bengal tiger. I'm
oh,
like,
dude,
come
that'd
on.
be sick. That'd be sick, bro.
I'm like,
It
I'm
would
like,
be.
I would love a fucking tiger. That'd be dope.
Oh yeah. Oh man, that'd be dope. Yeah. It's funny. I have a feeling like back in 2020 when the pandemic hit and Tiger King came out, I watched that shit. I'm like, this is some crazy freaking like people are living like this out there with 100 tigers, and then you see all these other people doing it, and it's it's crazy the things that people do. But then I think I don't know. It's like it made me really realize like the animal world, like I guess exists. Like as far as like breeders and things like that go, like I had no idea that stuff was going on. Had no idea people had 100 chimpanzees or whatever it is that people are into. All these exotic animals or this or that. Like never really knew that was a big thing. You know what I mean? But yes, I think what started my thing with the reptiles is um, I ended up buying some praying mantis pods or whatever. They ended up hatching, like had hundreds of them. Um, and that kind of got me fascinated. I'm like, oh man, I could sell like praying mantis. I could do this or that. And I wanted some sort of pet, but I can't have cats or dogs at most of the places I've been living, or they want extra fees. And when I found the snake thing, or like the ball pythons, like it just everything made way more sense to me. Like they don't take up space. I can have like 100 in a room, and I don't know, man. I don't know. I
Just
think the snakes are. I love snakes, man. They're so cool. I don't even know where I'm going with this, man. I'm probably. It's been a long day, but
if I had to go snake wise, I'd really like a false water.
oh, okay. Hmm.
Um, if I had to go monitor, Asian water
Okay.
monitor.
See, I thought about getting a monitor, but I know there's a couple different kinds. I just don't know the differences, really yet. Why that one though?
Size
Like an
is
Asian?
yeah, because of the size. That's the second biggest monitor. The
Oh,
first
okay.
biggest would the biggest one, of course, would be the Komodo, but you can't own
Okay.
Komodo,
Yeah,
so
I
why
see.
not?
I see. Yeah, for sure. Oh man. Geez. I don't know. See, like my whole inquiline thing, like I really want to show people. I guess like I part of my message thing and what I wish I could do, like in a perfect world, or if my brand was perfect, is to educate people on all sorts of animals. You know what I mean? Like I want people to see what's out there in the world, you know, like I want people to not just know, let's say there's monkeys and lions and tigers, but I want them to know there's like so many species of those, or there's like sorts of, uh, I mean, there's just so many different types of animals out in the world that people need to experience. You know what I mean? There's things in Asia you'll never find anywhere else. There's things in, you know, America that you'll never find anywhere else. So like, I love how specific and how different and diverse things can be. You know what I mean? Like you know, even when I go to the pet shop, I see like a new animal like every week. You know, I'm like, what is that thing? You know, and so I'm still learning a lot of things. You know what I mean?
I mean, that's good. I mean, there's nothing wrong with learning different animals and all that. Like, as
Yeah,
for me, like, I try to keep it all about the ball pythons. You know, being
it,
ball
I
python love, I
know.
gotta keep learning. Like, there's always something to learn. You could be doing this for 20 fucking years, and like,
Oh yeah. Oh
there's
yeah.
always something to do.
Yeah, I think ball pythons is probably gonna be my main focus. You know what I mean? Um, you know, I've got like a bearded dragon, but I still don't see myself really getting into them that much. I know a lot of people, they'll talk about, you know, they'll try to convince, you know, me to get into like crested geckos, which I don't know, it'd be cool, but at the same time, I just don't feel the same connection with like geckos. You know what I mean? Like they're cool, but I don't know. There's just something about certain animals that like you just got to have them. You know what I mean? And snakes and ball pythons are definitely part of that. You know what I mean? I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. It'd be really, jeez, I don't know. One thing I found out you can own out here, which I'll probably never get. Uh, so I live in Colorado. Apparently, kangaroos are legal here. I don't know how.
Why would you want a kangaroo?
I don't, but you can have
Oh,
them. But no, no, it's just interesting. You know, I always thought having like a monkey or something would be pretty cool. Can't have those out here, but at the same time, I don't know. That could be like an ethical thing. I don't know. But yeah, monitor would be really cool. Maybe yeah, some sort of crocodilian. Honestly, would be pretty badass.
oh yeah, dude. That is awesome, man.
I don't know.
A saltwater croc would be
That would be
pretty good.
dope. That'd be dope. If you could get like an albino one, that'd be sick. I love the way albino crocodilians look. They're just crazy. I mean, albino anything really, but yeah. I don't know if I could handle like an American alligator or anything though. I don't know. I don't
Have you
know.
seen the caramel albino ball python?
Caramel albino. I know. I know. I have like. Are they? Man, dude. I like I said. I have to check it out. Oh yeah. See, that's what I was thinking. Like kind of more like yeah, yellow.
He
Yeah,
has
that's
some
what
bright,
I'm looking at
he has
right
like
now.
bright
Little
oranges on
like
him.
gold.
Some people, they're like, uh, they
Yeah,
thought
that's
it was,
really cool.
yeah, they thought
I
it
thought
was,
that's what it looked like, but I don't want to like. I don't know. It's just interesting the way certain combos work. Yeah, that caramel really, really stands out in that. That's really cool. Yeah.
yeah, no, I like it. Cold blooded, it's all, what the fuck? LOL. Yeah. I love him, dude. Like on video, it doesn't put up really well. But off video, like, dude, he has the oranges pop on like his
Mm,
spine, and then like I don't know, he's gorgeous, man. I love him. But some people
oh
are
yeah.
like, hey, is that Ultramel? I'm like, no,
Well, see,
I wish.
that's what it kind of looks like a little bit. A little bit. Yeah. But that's really dope.
I I wish it was Ultramel. I mean, I really do. Kind of
Yeah.
does, but it's not, sadly. So I
Yeah.
can't lie and be like, yeah, you guys want an Ultramel?
Yeah.
She'll be back
For
after
sure.
she heals up hand surgery. And she got bit by two more brown recluse spiders on her stomach. She's okay though. Damn. I'm sorry. That sucks.
Oh no, that's not good.
But
Yeah,
we hit the 2 hour mark, brother.
for
Thank
sure.
you for being a guest, dude. I would like to do this again. You
We
hit me
will,
up. You let me know what days you have available. Just know
for
most of
sure.
next week is booked, and the rest of this week is booked. So
No
it'll
worries.
probably be like a couple weeks, like 2 3
Hey,
weeks out, somewhere around there.
that's good, man. That's a good thing, though. That's a good problem to have.
So, one last question before we end this. Is there anything that you would like to tell somebody that is watching this? Like I said last night, it could be because this live stream's not going down.
Sure.
So what I mean, it's taken down. Go 12 hours. I'm sorry, Hardwick. I'll go 12 hours with you on my birthday.
Uh,
But
we'll go 12. Yeah, let's do it. No, I've had too long of a day for that.
but
Uh,
if there's something you could leave behind in the community to, or reptile people to spread love and or
sure.
something, what would you leave behind?
Sure, man. So I would say to everybody, sort of what we've been saying, but man, do what you love, be you, don't be afraid to express yourself. We all have things that make us different, but let that be the part of you that shines. I think that, like I said, we're so caught up in a world, especially now, where we're so divided by race, our political ideas, gender, even our country or nationalities. But that should never separate us. We are the human race. We all have to take care of the earth together. And this reptile community is amazing because we get a chance to take care of amazing, beautiful animals. We get a chance to educate people about the life on Earth. And so I just want to say, just I would say love each other and love the Earth, and always try to find a way to make someone's day better, no matter what it is. Just I would say. So you'll notice at the end of all my Instagram posts, I put peace, love, unity, and I guess my last one is inquilife, which is like, it's a word I made up between inquiline and life, but inquilife is just really to remind people to live and to walk in love and do your best to bring unity wherever you go.
Okay. Oh yeah. Well, I'll be in contact with you here soon, Blue Eyes. But until next time, I am Ball Python Love. This was a kick-ass live stream. We're gonna have them up here again for sure. And once again, if you haven't known already, we got that shit. Peace out, everyone. Fucking awesome. Love you all. Peace.
Shall we begin? Let's begin.